Hey y'all, I'm back. So I did this black smoky eye that I was talking about in the last video. If you haven't seen that video, um you can go back and watch that one. But in the last video I talked about I wanted to do a black smoky eye. I used a Morphe palette that I found at Marshall's for like $9. And then my lashes come from Shein. I use the same products that I use in mostly all my videos. I'm a kind of eyeshadow palette lash girl. Typically stick to the same face base routine and products due to me once having severe acne. I noticed that when I use the same kind of product and clean brushes, I don't break out anymore. But I started off with a clean base. I cleaned my face with the antibacterial Dial soap, the Gold Bar, and then I used CeraVe to moisturize along with the Neutrogena Moisture Surge. So I used that before I got on camera. But you guys, I watched a true crime documentary of this woman who had her military husband killed by her military boyfriend. She was in the military as well. They met, they got married. They had a beautiful baby. So the lady was upset with her husband because he valued family, right? He had his little brother to come and stay with them. She didn't like that. She didn't like to have to share her space, I guess. She seems like a very selfish woman. That's just me, watching the videos that I've seen and basing it off of, how all of this turned out. So after, they got married or whatever the case may be, once the brother got, to the point where, I guess whatever he was doing where he wasn't working, I guess he was getting in trouble. He needed something different. He came to stay with them. She was very irritated. She didn't want him there. And then they got deployed. So they got deployed in two different places. So he went where he went. She went where she went. So while she's where she is, she met her side guy. He also was married, but he was also dealing with other women. She knew this, but she liked him. So, she was like helping him out. She took him to the store to get his side chick Plan B. Okay, y'all heard it correct. So once they got the Plan B, she took him back to where he was. So then he called her again, because she was constantly calling him and texting him and stuff. But he didn't like her that way at first. But then he kind of like started liking her because she took him to somewhere and he was like, hey, can I buy you something to eat? She was like, oh, I'm not hungry. He said, well, can I fill up your tank? Like, you taking me these places, I want to fill up your tank. So, she was just like, oh, she was like, you're so thoughtful. My husband doesn't even do things like that for me and all this stuff. First of all, you know how people lie. They'll say they person ain't doing this, they person ain't doing that. Whole time they probably doing it. They just don't appreciate it because it's coming from them and, they sick of them or whatever the case may be. But anyways, so, they together, they having their affair and all of this stuff. So she's telling him like she doesn't want to be with her husband anymore. She wants to leave him. She, all of this other stuff. So when they were doing their life insurance policy thing, he asked her, like she was asking him like, who's your beneficiary? And, and he was like, well, I think he made her his beneficiary. And then like, she was she was her husband's beneficiary. And then, I guess she had her son as her beneficiary. I'm not sure. But she was asking him, like, what would you do with this amount of money? So, like he told her, like, I'll do this, this, and this. And then she was like, well, I'll do this, this, and this. She was like, I want my husband killed. And At first he was like, you playing? And she was like, no, like seriously, I want my husband killed. So, he was like, all right, I'll do it. Because he thought they was gonna be together, right? They didn't plotted and plotted. So they went home for the holidays. They went to his folks' house. And I think they were somewhere and he was somewhere, but it was like an hour or two drive. So like if he needed to do whatever he needed to do, it wouldn't be long to get there, I guess. So they at his parents' house. He goes down to his cousin's house to do the countdown, but he brings her back food. He walks back outside to get in his truck or his car, and the dude ambushes him, kills him right there, drives off, goes back to where he came from. Whole time somebody seen him, right? Because he was parked at a vacant home. So the people saw him in the neighborhood because everybody know everybody. So they're like, what this car doing over here, sitting here and just, and then they seen him get out the car because, older people like to sit and watch. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they saw him and then, like, people started to, like, come forward after he was, taken off the planet, and they was letting them know, like, it's them two. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had something to do with this. So they get to her first, let her know, like, hey, he came forward, he said everything that happened and all this other stuff. So she went on and told him what was up. Then they went and got him. So at first he was trying to put everything on himself, but then he realized, like, this girl really don't care about me. Like, she really trying to throw me up under the bus, making it seem like it's just me. No, it's us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did what you wanted me to do, and then you ghosted me. Like, she ghosted this man, told this man, like, after he did what he did, he was like, so what's up with us? Like, are we gonna, be together? She was like, I regret what I did. I miss my husband and all this other stuff. Lying. But anyway. So once they, go to court and stuff, she telling these people she a battered woman. Her husband beat her. He mistreated her and all this other stuff. No, not showing no signs of remorse or anything. Then she admitted to her mom on a phone call that she made in prison. They recorded the phone call. She admitted to killing him, admitted to have the guy kill him and all of this other stuff. I'm like, girl, what you talking about? You a battered woman? You're talking about he wanted to do it because he wanted to be with you and you just went along with it. Girl, come on now. What's the lie gonna be? What's the lie gonna be? Please tell us what's the lie gonna be, because at this point you just bringing stuff out your butt. You just bringing stuff out your butt. Like, come on. But then when he did his sentencing, he was telling, like, the people he had something to say, but they took him on off the jail. So the father called him while he was in jail. They did a video call, and he told him everything. He told him everything. Like, when I say he told him everything, he told him everything from the nitty gritty. Told him, like, when they started, having intercourse, when they met, how they met, everything. Like, things she said about him, all the pictures that he had in his phone of her and the baby, just everything. He was like, I was ready to be the baby's father, like, take, responsibility for the baby. I was gonna die. Just everything. And the dad was just sitting up there listening to him. I'm like, that man is strong, because there's no way I could have done that. But the guy showed remorse. Like, he showed remorse for everything that he did. Like, he said he didn't want it to go like that. He kept telling her no, but she was getting upset with him, and he really wanted to be with her. So, he just did what he thought he had to do to, keep her in his life. And come to find out, she didn't care about him at all, or her husband. That's what I mean when I say I think she's just selfish. I think she's just a selfish person, because, like, you jeopardized this man's future thinking that he was going to have something with you, which I don't see how, because you think you're not going to get caught. You think nobody is going to say anything, and then you talking about it. Like, how you thought nothing was going to happen. I don't quite understand it. But yeah, the case was crazy. It was sad, because now that baby has to grow up without a mother and a father. And he even said that, like like he has to grow up without his mom and his dad, you know, and I'm sorry about that. She haven't said anything about her being sorry or anything, you know. So it's just like whatever. But yeah, yeah, that was the case, you know. Crazy, right? It's crazy. But thank y'all for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Peace.